Most fathers believe their primary job is to model success and strength for their teenage sons. But what if that instinct is teaching them the exact opposite of what you intend? When sons watch their fathers hide during setbacks, they don't learn strength. They learn that failure requires hiding. This is supercharged by a surprising parallel. Teen sons and midlife fathers are asking the same identity questions. We'll break down why your honest struggle, not flawless achievement, is the blueprint your son needs for his future. So what does this performance trap actually look like, and why is it so damaging? It starts with emotional distance. Fathers who never share their personal struggles or disappointments effectively build a wall, making closeness impossible. This pressure to perform leads to a my way is the right way mentality, a primary source of father-son conflict. A father's midlife crisis, driven by this same pressure, has direct and troubling consequences for his children. This isn't just a personal failing, it's often rooted in restrictive masculinity norms that discourage emotional honesty. So, performing perfection creates distance, conflict, and anxiety. The alternative lies in a father's role in building resilience. Psychological research shows boys model their coping strategies for the outside world more on their fathers than their mothers. Think of a father as a specialized guide for resilience. Your role is to introduce your son to manageable risk and challenge. But if you're the guide for handling uncertainty, what happens when you're facing your own? How can a man in crisis be a guide? This is precisely why seeing you fail is so critical. It transforms failure from a source of shame into a source of learning. Think about it. The last time you faced a professional or personal setback, what did your son see? A performance or a process? Example 1. The father loses a contract and hides it. The son learns, when things go wrong, suffer in silence. Example 2. He shares his struggle. I lost a project, I'm frustrated, but I'm making a plan. The son learns, setbacks are normal. Another is the power struggle, where a father must always beat his son at a game. This teaches him his growth is a threat. The alternative is a power test. The son wins, and the father says, "Wow, you're better than me now." This validates his growth. You can go further with upsizing by asking your son for help with something like technology. It signals deep respect for his skills. This all sounds great, but it's not easy, especially when navigating your own challenges. So let's return to that question. The answer to how a man in crisis can guide his son is, honestly, your son needs an authentic guide, not a perfect one. A huge part of this is how you model aging. Acting age inappropriately teaches a son that aging is a crisis to be feared. Underneath all of this is paternal acceptance. It is directly linked to a son's self-adequacy and emotional stability. And the stakes couldn't be higher, because these patterns are passed down. You're not just parenting your son, you're parenting your grandchildren. So let's connect these threads. The trap of performance, the blueprint for resilience, and the code of connection are one system. We started with the performance trap, hiding failure. The very act of rejecting that trap is the resilience training he needs. Look at the chain reaction. Emotional honesty about your struggles leads to genuine closeness and a feeling of acceptance. And that secure attachment has a staggering, measurable impact. Sons with that bond are half as likely to experience depression. This is why the quality of your time matters more than quantity. It's about fulfilling his repressed need to feel truly seen by you. So what does your teenage son truly need to see you do? He needs to see you be a human being who struggles with dignity. Someone like Ken Dabrow at 94 shows a man comfortable with who he is, where he's been, and where he is going without pretense. Because your son isn't looking for a hero to admire from a distance. He's looking for a man to learn from up close. The challenge. This week, find one small moment to replace performance with authenticity. Show him the human and watch him grow into one.